Oh, hi everyone, and welcome to this episode on the Greyhawk channel, where we follow the story of the Uprising in the Perrenlands, following these heroes, question mark, as they head through this little adventure. Welcome to the Greyhawk channel. Hit the subscribe button, hit the follow button, hit all the other buttons. If you've got a Prime thing, use it, and all them good things. I'm Scraticus. I'm actually from the Scraticus Academy, where we try and bring more and more new people into D&D and TTRPGs. So head over and check that out as well. You can go and check out my channel by looking at my name here in chat. Yeah, you should do that. Let's go round and say hello to everyone, and then we'll see about and it looks like perhaps Derek will give us an update at the end, a recap of last week.
Oh my god, hit with memory. Yeah. Hey, what's up? This is Derek. I do fantasy cartography. I role play online, and I am role playing Yen Silvertooth, who's a stereotypical halfling rogue, a daredevil. I used to get in trouble, but because he was an orphan, he doesn't like people messing with children and orphans. So that's why he's here.
Fantastic. Next around, we have Ambly.
Hello, I'm Emily, and I play the lovely, what even is he? Goblin Bard. That he is perfect in every way. His name is Toby. He's a fighter. He's a comedian. He's a lover. He's a hero. Question mark. He's definitely all those things.
Teehee. And last but most certainly not least today is Susie. Oh, hi, Susie.
Oh, hi. I'm Susie, otherwise known as Susanna Grace, and I'm playing Asha Belena, the ever-increasingly frustrated elven wizard. Thanks, Toby.
Teehee. So, if Derek, if you could give us a brief update, I'm just going to go and see if that's my cat trying to bash down the door. I'll be right back.
Yeah, yeah, I can give you the update if I remember where we started. Can girls help me?
This is embarrassing.
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is embarrassing.
No. I remember. We were in the tavern.
Oh yes.
So you remember? You got it?
Yeah. I just a brain fart because the session before last one I was missing, so that's why I couldn't remember. Yeah, we got to a city which name I don't remember, and everybody was doing the business. My character just got out of NPC mode, and I was in a tavern. So I'm just gonna say what happened to me. I went to the tavern and said to myself, okay, let's find some intel. So I got with some dudes who were just playing, they were just gambling with dice. I asked around what was going on, and they said that some killer bats were killing people, apparently lumberjacks or something, and they were about to set out on an expedition south to see what they could do about these killer bats. They said they were leaving next in the morning, well, late at night. And I said that we might come. And then I saw Asha, who was flirting with Finbar, and they were just getting out of the tavern, and they asked me, do you want to follow them? And I didn't think it was something that was worth following, so I was like, nah, let them be. So she went there. And then, can't remember what was Toby doing. He was elsewhere.
Exactly. So Toby got the information that there was a bounty hunter in town that was after Toby, Asha, and not Yen, but pretty much everyone else, including the clown that followed them into town that abandoned his bad ways of kidnapping children. And Toby was like, I should probably tell him there's a bounty hunter after him. So Toby and Jen went to to inform him of this, and they went into dark alleyway where they saw the clown dead, and it was a trap.
Yes.
And both Toby and Yen put up this amazing fight. Maybe a bit of cock blocking was going on with a maybe.
Didn't you guys like take out the thug without Asher actually having to do anything?
No, I think they got in one hit or so.
Did you, Asher? I mean, does Asher feel like they needed to leave what they were doing to do this?
No. Asher felt
I
like
should say
maybe
that
the team had it under control. And maybe Asher could have had a nice night. Maybe.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I should say
It's
that
fun.
Yen had a run up with the bounty hunter at the tavern. I just remember that, and he thought I was Yen, which I was, because he had a poster, but the poster didn't have Yen's face like super precise, and I accused him of Hobbit racism or something, like Hobbit stereotyping. And he was like, "Okay, sorry." He went away. But then when Toby and Yen went to the alley, we found the clown who was dead. But it's like he didn't just kill the clown; he just like nailed him, crucified him to the wall, and spread his innards on the floor.
Yeah. Crucified
So,
and drew him out.
Yeah, I could have just killed him, but he was on the next level. And then we had this fight where Toby and Yen were mostly running away until Asha and
It was tactical retreats, which actually worked.
Yes, it did work. Well, it works a lot for me because I can run very fast and then shoot. But we kind of guided him until Asha and Grimm's daughter showed up, and we butchered him in a round. But then we realized that we did this in plain sight, and everybody in town saw us.
No, there was actually one guy that saw us and started to like, oh, murderers! Oh.
Yeah, I believe that was a watchman. Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to get rid of him. He needs to go.
Yeah. So as usual in every D&D game, we're just making our reputation of murder hobos every time we visit.
Mm-hmm.
So we stand in the dark now city of Darkstad. Again, I've posted the link to the map in Zoom if you guys want to see where we all are. It's just south of Schwarzenbrunn, which is the big city thing. Evening is falling. It's getting dark. It's almost certainly twilight, maybe later. The single lantern from the watchman illuminates the scene of you standing over this corpse now of this large brute. Didn't one of you search his pockets?
That would be Toby.
Didn't you find a note?
Yes, Toby did.
Do you remember what the note says?
Absolutely not. I'm sorry.
There was a pouch of gold in his pocket.
Oh, 50 gold! I remember that.
Oh, do you? And the note saying, "You never fail, here's your payment in advance." With descriptions of all of you. We'll meet you in Klatsburg.
I found Klasberg on the map, but nothing else.
Where's
Okay.
Plattsburgh? Oh yeah, it's south. Okay.
The guardsman standing at the side is like, "Murder! Murder!" And that's where we'll enter the scene again. Grimm has disappeared into the shadows. Like a child of the night.
Empty mode.
Whoa.
Carl went back to the coffin.
Yeah.
Hey, Stratus, I have a question because I this is the first time I see the map actually. What's the city where we started in?
Schwarzenbrunn.
Schwarzenbrunn, and then we moved to Stromberg. That's where we are now.
No, we're now at Darkstad. You crossed the river and headed south. That might have happened. That might have happened while you was away. I think you were originally going to Stromberg, And then in the week you were away, Stromberg got skipped because of all of the murder that happened on the road, funnily enough. And then we went to Darkstad and started murdering in the streets instead.
Okay.
Actually,
now-
counterpoint, putting my elven lawyer hat on, it's self-defense. It's not murder. It wasn't premeditated. Unlike that poor clown man in that alleyway, the defense rests.
Is this what you're saying to the watchman who's shouting murder at you?
Yes, because Asher is pissed.
It was self-defense, you see. He was trying to kill us. He killed a clown in that alley.
That is not his voice. We have proof, and I show him the note.
He doesn't approach you just yet. He's drawing a crossbow. He says, all right. Let's say it is. Put your weapons on the ground.
I put my trumpet on the ground.
I just sit down.
I place my crossbow on the ground. Sure, no problem. We're not a threat to anyone in this city, in this town.
He approaches you cautiously still. Surprised, actually, that you put your weapons down so willingly. And approaches Toby with the note. Oh.
I give him the note.
He looks to Yen, and you said something about a person in an alley?
Yeah, Yeah, you see, what was the clown's name? Did anyone remember his name?
We don't know that clown.
Did he ever?
Did anyone even ask that poor clown's name?
Well, he should have, just given us his name.
You murder hobos. You absolute murder hobos.
We didn't murder him. We have
Did
no
by
blood.
association.
We have no blood on our hands.
If you don't name an NPC, they're as good as dead, happily. You made him the guy in the red shirt, okay?
Like, if he was polite, he would have introduced himself.
I think he did. Didn't he?
No, I don't think he did. At least not when Toby was awake. Maybe in the cart.
How rude.
I was never there when he made his turn from being evil to good, so, I was just secondhand.
I have no blood on my hands.
Clear.
My conscience is clean.
God, we're awful.
But wait, can I see the note? Again, because I can't remember.
What?
Can I just have a look at the note? I want to see his name.
What do you mean?
Toby asked the guard, can I see the note?
It's
Can
not.
I have back?
Yeah, sure. It's not signed.
Okay. Can I see the clown's name?
No.
Is it just like the clown? Kill the clown?
No, it's like kill everyone.
No, but like, is it?
It names you four, and
Yeah.
says our usual transpondent, the clown, seems to have defected.
Okay, that's clown. Fair enough. So we were traveling with this clown dude as well. You see on the paper, and he pulled the shortest straw. Like he didn't make it.
You don't sound too upset.
I actually am. This is my sad voice. You don't know me. Get off my case. He unfortunately passed away by that man's hand. But those hands are not gonna spill any more blood.
Say, I know this man. He walks towards the clown. Passes through here every so often. In the black carriage. I saw the black carriage driving away earlier today. Always gives me the willies.
As it should.
Yeah, it's proper reaction.
What do you know?
This man that's dead here, that clown in the alley, they were all involved with something nefarious. We're not quite sure what just yet, but it involves horrific creatures, child trafficking, murder, amongst many other terrible things. We are a part of a crack team to stop this from happening. We are sorry that the violence spilled out into the streets. We are trying to help.
All right,
She's
look.
right.
Look, come back to the station with me. We'll get a couple of people out here to investigate these bodies and try and get everything cleaned up before morning so we don't raise a panic. I believe you.
How long would this take?
Hopefully just a few hours. I mean, this seems fairly... 50 gold and a letter, that seems fairly concrete to me.
Yeah,
We'll get some people investigating. And don't these people work for the orphanage that comes through this way?
It's a front for something. We're not sure what just yet.
Could you please make me a persuasion check?
It could.
if I wanted to.
Oh man, I got flat 0. It's 11.
11. Alright, well. I suppose it could be a front for something. Come on, come back to the guard station. We'll figure things out.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Yeah.
And he begins leading you back to the watch station. I grew up around here.
Oh?
Always used to be such a peaceful place. That's why I wanted to be a guardsman. Nice, easy job. You know?
Mm-hmm. Things are starting to change recently, haven't they?
Could say that.
I've been speaking to a few of your fellow town members and terrible things are happening, right? People go off into the woods and don't come back.
Yeah, they're planning another trip to insanity in the morning. Probably just gonna go and break their own necks.
Why do you say that?
Oh, come on. They're out hunting pixies and fairies and werewolves. And when someone goes and gets themselves killed, that's exactly what they blame it on.
What
You
do
go-
you...
I think if you go running around in the dark late at night without any sort of proper torches or anything, you're asking for trouble.
So what do you think's out there then? Just normal beasts, wolves, bears.
Maybe there's a pack of wolves that's slightly bigger than the others, or maybe there's something out there, like some sort of new bird of prey or something. We all know there's been monsters in the mountains before. Maybe there's a throwback from a time gone by. Maybe. All I'm saying is if you get all excited and go hunting for giant killer bats, you get excited, you get scared, you make mistakes. Probably not coming back alive, are you?
No,
But
absolutely, I agree.
it sounds like you admit that there are some creatures out there that's actually killing people.
I mean, look, we all know how this place came to be, how the Perrenlands were fought and everything. We all know of the old armies of demons and all that sort of stuff, but that was hundreds of years ago now. Hundreds. If anything, maybe one of them might have survived and might have managed to pass on its blood to something else, but it's going to be so diluted by now, it's probably just like, I don't know, like having a giant or something. You know, not like having werewolves and vampires out there.
So tell me, what's your name again, Mr.
John.
Mr. Yard.
Mr. Young. All right. Have you ever left this village?
I've been to Stromberg and I went to Schwarzenbrunn when I was a kid. Bit
You
noisy
never-
for me.
So never been sort of outside the borders, sort of traveling the land.
No, not really. Why
So
would
you
I need
haven't
to?
To see the world, maybe?
I've got mountains here, I've got sea, and I've got the plains. The only thing I haven't got access to is desert, and all I've heard is that that's just full of dust.
I
But
guess he's asking because wouldn't it make sense that you go with them south? I mean, you're an able-bodied man. You know how to wield a weapon.
And I know my fair share of
Well, there is-
hiking. Yeah, I suppose I could. Problem is, they're also foolhardy. I worry they'd get me in trouble. If you can't trust someone you're hiking with... What I'm saying is, if you can't trust someone to hold a rope for you without letting go of it in fright, you shouldn't be climbing with them.
I
Could be.
completely agree with you. The only thing that riled up villagers have ever achieved is their own deaths.
Thank you.
But that's why a group like we should go and look. We're adventurous. We're all competent in some way or another. Some more than others.
Yeah, perhaps you could go and give them a fighting chance.
I believe
Right.
that's where we were going to go before, well, everything happened in the town square.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
and unfortunately, if this takes too much time, we can't follow them and make sure they come back alive. But you know, you have to do your job. So it's like,
Toby just became really British for a minute there.
Yeah.
I can't control my accents. Sometimes it's Swedish, sometimes it's English, sometimes it's Russian.
No, that
I'm
was
sorry.
the passive aggressiveness. That was.
Oh, okay.
That was peak Britain.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know.
Cool. I've got a great one to tell you guys, but off stream. He gets you back to the station. Essentially, he just makes you all make statements.
Mhm.
He sends out a small group. It turns out there's just two twins who are also watchmen. They run out to go and like take fingerprints and stuff and clean up the bodies. They return after 2 or 3 hours. In which time you guys are held. They seem to say, well, you know what, it all checks out. There was a fight, these guys won. That guy was nothing to do with them. And before you know it, he's saying, right, clearly you're capable. It's not exactly lawful, but I would appreciate it if you would accompany our young men down south. The only problem is, this has taken a while. They're going to be leaving shit they probably already have left. Do you think you can catch them up?
Yep.
Look, there's some village horses. They're not exactly made for riding, but you can take them.
All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any ponies for the lady?
That's small.
I'm sure we can find some.
Very much appreciated.
The flicker of fire at Ash's fingertips considers setting Toby on fire and just.
You're welcome, by the way.
We're going to have a long, fiery talk, Toby, one of these days.
And before you know it, you are on the road, horse and ponied up, whichever you'd have the choice of. What do you guys do?
I guess we head out as fast as we can for where these guys were going.
Yeah, I make sure I have my trumpet and my sack pipe. And, I'm gonna try. Toby is gonna try to give a little bit of gold to everyone. But he's not a good counter, so I guess he's just trying like 1 gold for you, 1 gold for me. 1 gold for you. 1 gold. Yeah, like 50 times. Unless maybe someone more competent is gonna take over. Otherwise, Toby's just gonna. 1 gold. Another gold.
Well, I think Asha would just watch that and get even more annoyed. She's at that stage of angry where you're willingly allowing things to upset you and you're looking for things to upset you about someone just to be even more mad about it. And she's looking at Toby, and just everything about Toby right now is just pissing Asha off, like his hat, his earrings, the way he counts money, the fact that he pretended to be a halfling, his stupid bagpipes, the trumpet. Everything about Toby is just like rage.
I think it's if like Toby were ever about to die or in trouble, Asha would just be like, "Oh no, Toby! There's nothing we can do now for him."
Oh no, what could I ever have done to save Toby? Oh, it's a shame I've only got all 7 of my spell slots still.
Yeah, it's like you could just pull me up. You can just reach my hand. It's like, oh no, you're too far away. Just out of my reach.
Yes. Oh no, she's not even extending her arms. Just like, oh no.
I will tell you stories.
Nope. So what's Yen doing on this horse ride up to the adventurers? How does Yen feel about this whole situation right now?
I guess I would just be okay. So I'm grateful we didn't have problem with the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was like very easy. He's like, okay, I believe you. I just think he's a hypocrite for staying in town instead of going south with the villagers who are not weapon wielding people. So that's why I said, no, don't you think it's a good idea to go? Because whatever is threatening the city is coming this way anyway. So he could either join the big group and give them a better chance of fighting, or wait for them to be destroyed and then fight alone in the city. But something I would say now is like, well, maybe we should find Grimm's daughter.
Oh, isn't she with us?
And I think Grimm's off just being, vampire somewhere.
Into the shadows.
Okay,
hanging upside down in a barn or something, sleeping.
Okay, I thought she was just like backing off and let us do the talking, but I guess she just sort of like, bye, your problem.
Yeah, I think she's slipped into the shadows, but in game we should know where she is, and I'm guessing she's in the cart.
We don't have the cart anymore. It's gone.
The woman took it.
That's right. And so she's probably following us from the shadows.
We should probably, while Scrad is not here, we should come up with a plan how to do this. Like, proper check for traps, roll all the insights, and like tracking, survival, everything.
That's actually a very good idea, because we've never talked about our skills and who's better at what.
Let's do the meta.
Oh yeah, let's do the meta right now while Scott's not here. Okay, so
but it is not so meta. For example, well, it's obvious, but I am the best at disarming traps, and you would know that. So you would not try to do it if you were with me.
So here's the thing: Asha is an abjuration wizard too, so she's all about buffs and debuffs. She's not necessarily a damage wizard. So I've got counterspell, got slow, got blindness, got blur, all that kind of stuff.
It's kind of the same with Toby. He buffs and debuffs, and he can also heal. So, and he's really small.
Does Toby have detect magic?
I don't think he got that actually.
Because if he doesn't, then Asha is the only one who's got. You have it, right?
Nope.
We don't have
detect magic.
But I do have a spell that that's called non-detection, which makes me sort of pass through detect magic spells. So that's the thing. I can open locks,
Okay.
and I can charm a person because
Oh.
Toby is
How good-
extremely charming.
How good are you at opening locks?
I am like I have a level 2 spell. Good.
Oh, you have the spell. Okay.
I have the spell, so it's gonna make a loud noise when I do that. So
Yeah, then not. Okay, so I can open doors or disarm traps because that is my maxed out skill. I have a +10 modifier for that, and I would say that I'm probably the best at investigation. I have a +8.
Oh, +8. Dang,
Yeah.
you're one better than I am. Got +7.
oh wow, look at you guys all maxed out. Toby can speak with people. He's a bit charismatic. Yeah. And he's he got a lot in intimidation.
I can imagine that a tiny halfling would be very scary.
Oh yeah. Okay. Welcome back.
Oh, hi!
Hello.
Did you guys manage to resolve your issues during my quick AFK?
No.
Excellent. So you guys have been traveling for a while, yeah?
Yes.
Has anyone spotted the group ahead?
I'm gonna roll for it. What do I roll? Do I roll like survival or perception or investigation?
What do you think would be the most appropriate?
I think like looking for looking for traps. No, looking for tracks.
Looking for tracks. Okay, well that
Yeah.
sounds more like survival to me. Something
Yeah.
like hunting skills.
Yes, let's go with that. 16.
Oh, that's pretty good. On a 16, you guys can see the tracks of a group moving on horseback. Hey, after about an hour or two of traveling, they seem to be traveling at quite some speed. They seem to duck off into the woods, taking off from the main path.
Okay, they went into the woods, so do we want to follow?
Sure. Let's see where they're going.
After you. I guess we continue into the forest.
Yeah. So the forest is, dark. It's nighttime. What do you have for lighting? What do you have for vision? Do you guys have,
I have dark vision.
Dark vision.
Same.
I don't.
Oh.
I'm gonna need an old school torch.
Old school torch. Fantastic. Are we
It's gonna
talking
blow our core.
lantern, or are we talking wrap a rag around a stick?
The stick.
The stick.
Yeah, just a torch.
Cool. Okay. So yeah, you guys can carry on. After this forest, it's quite dense. It gets dense really quickly. There's a lot of undergrowth on the ground. You can tell your horses are having to slow right down to get through it. There's lots of brush and bracknel and that sort of thing. Sometimes you have to really pick your route to get through the ferns and other plants which coat the forest floor like a blanket. The moonlight shines through the trees, creating long shadows on everything, almost, including yourselves. It must be getting close to winter, maybe, in this part of the world. It seems the trees are mostly bare, creating stark outlines and not much in the way of shade. Ahead, you can see an orange glow. Just sitting on the edge of sight, I guess.
Like, how big? Is it like a torch, or like a campfire, or like a bonfire, or like...
It's Make me a perception check.
Perception. Boop.
It's a forest fire.
Oh shit.
Forest fire?
Okay, does it look like it's rapidly spreading? Like,
Asher, yes. Danger, danger. One of these idiot villagers must have got scared and dropped a lantern, and now the whole forest is going to go up.
I would immediately like pull up on my horse and be like, the forest is on fire.
If anyone else would like to make a perception check, you also can do so.
I will.
Toby, go ahead. Walk straight forward, Toby, please.
Yeah, Toby, Yen, you can see this is like literally just like one of them firefly lanterns where you catch a couple of fireflies and put them in lanterns. There's like 2 or 3 of them up ahead. Asher's freaking out.
Asha, it's
Not
fine.
a fire.
It's just fireflies.
Of course it is.
Just a few bugs on the bottle.
Did you really think there was a? Oh, you silly goose.
The forest fire is pretty much the farthest thing I can imagine from a few bugs on a bottle.
One of these days, I'll have to introduce both of you to elvish humor. This was absurdist exaggeration. I knew that it was a lantern.
That's some good reflection there.
I want to roll insight.
Of course you can. I think, by the way, that Asher is...
Insight for, yeah.
I think Asher is the most, like, insight rolled person in this campaign. Like, you don't even insight roll NPCs. You didn't insight roll the clown for, like, 3 episodes.
Asher says something, everyone's like, insight. The accent. Nobody trusts a posh British person.
No, that's actually true.
Yeah,
Like,
that is true.
Let me roll a deception because
blame the movies.
lying out of her ass.
Okay.
Oh,
Yes. Yeah, I can tell.
Do you know what? That's close enough that she could be lying, she could be telling the truth. You're not 100% sure either way. You've
It's
got
like
a...
those
Yeah.
jokes or sarcasms that you're just not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The sarcasm.
You've got a hunch she's lying, but you
Yeah.
can't quite tell.
I'm gonna do the awkward thing when people can't hear what you're saying, but they can't say sorry again. So he's just gonna, smile. Smile and nod like,
yeah. Oh, wow, yeah.
You can
Oh, God,
see around these lanterns several horses have been hobbled here.
Can I? No, wait. Again, do you think are those the travelers we were supposed to go with?
They just might be, but we should approach stealthily.
Maybe we should look closely and see if we can see them, see who it is.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I will get closer
Okay.
and see who they are.
Oh wait, you're the.
What?
Oh, sorry. Go on.
So what I'm planning to do is like step away from Asha and Toby into the darkness. I will put out my torch because it's gonna blow my cover. But since I'm approaching a place which has light, I guess it will be no problem. But you do tell me.
Yeah, no, you will. You carry. We'll let the dice decide. You carry on.
Let's see.
Yeah, you're stealthy enough. I guess you must know the forest well enough to avoid most of the ferns and brush. I mean, you probably make a little bit of noise, but in the slight breeze that creates movement in the forest, it's, not noticeable. The horses don't notice that you're there. There's no one with them, though. It would seem the adventurers have gone on foot.
So there's just the lantern, the light bug lantern.
Yeah, there's just a lantern left for the horses, it seems. Perhaps as a way of finding them again.
Okay, then I signal Toby and Asha, probably with a whistle or by whistling. Approach. There's no one.
Okay. Hiya or hopla with a little horsey to go forward. I don't know how to ride horse.
There's no one here.
This image of Toby just like beating this horse with a stick, going hat hat hat.
Go. Do it. Red.
Thank you very much for the bits, you guys. If you donate 500 bits in one go, you can get a Wild Magic Surge, of which Ambly has just reminded me that we have 2 that rolled over from last session. So Ambly will be rolling those now. This is something I've brought over from the Academy. It's our very own Wild Magic Surge table, which we've been building as we go. So the numbers are a bit weird. At the moment, the number is 562. If you head over to my... and we've hit our October follower goal as well. I'm not sure what happens on the follower goal when we fill that on the Greyhawk channel. Do we think we get Divine Favor or something?
Also, I rolled last week for them, and I found the numbers. So these are the same numbers that I rolled from last time.
Oh, brilliant. Lovely. So 205 and 308.
Yes.
Why, thank you, Cerulean Siren. $205.
I'm probably gonna remind you.
Yeah, no. I've already got these noted down. I've already got a note next to your name. No worries.
That's not worrying at all. Sure, let's go.
Nothing I ever say should worry you, Ambly. Ever. We're all here to have fun together, right?
I'm okay.
Teehee. So. Horses, no people. There's, you know. Do you know what? I think we'll do something. If we've not got anything to do for the follower goal, I don't like the idea of hitting a goal and not doing anything for it. That seems terrible. So we'll make the follower goal thing. We'll just bring in the Wild Magic Surge thing. And we'll just use that. So let's just roll, see who gets it. Susie, you're 1. Derek, you're 3.
Okay.
What am I? I'm joking. That was a joke.
Derek, could you please roll me 1d562? Hee. And I'll reset that goal.
Okay. That's R/, right?
Yes. Yeah, I'll put it in chat for you. /R.
560?
562, just like that. You can literally copy and paste it across if you like.
Okay, 1 second. Okay. $62. Okay, that's what I got. 146.
Lovely. So 146. Hopefully it's something that we can do instantly so people can get what they are. Oh, brilliant. You feel powerful. Like, you feel like nothing can hurt you.
That's it?
That's it for now. There might be more to it than that, but you definitely have got this sense that pain just isn't even a thing.
Oh wow. Invincible.
Okay. Yeah, it's like the star from Super Mario. You know what, girls? There's nothing in this forest that can get us. Let's march ahead. And first thing I'll do is track whoever was here before. And I'm rolling survival to track them so I can be right by them. 23.
Asha, he has called me a girl. I feel offended.
Oh, sorry. I always get confused with Toby.
I know I got a nice figure, but
you know why is that? It's because Toby, because he's small and you're role playing him with a high pitched voice, so in my head it's I'm getting messed up, and sometimes I think it's a girl too.
I know
Ladies and gentlemen,
it's fine.
Let's go.
it's fine. It's just fun to play with in game.
Let's see. Is it gonna be Yebi or Ton? Do we think? Anyway, 23 on a 23. You can see that the forest actually ends close by as it rises steeply into a mountainside, and on this mountainside you can see several people with these like bottle-style lanterns on their waist, climbing.
Climbing what?
Mountainside.
So this is the people from town, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
it's not this. It's not the highest mountain, but it's got this stark face.
Do I see any of the people I was playing dice with, the gamblers?
Make me a perception check.
Yes.
Oh no, they're also on fire.
They look like they could be. Yeah, they look similar sort of build, similar sort of hair colors and stuff. I mean, you can't say for 100% certain, but looks, feels good, man. Looks like it.
So girls, sorry, like once again. Oh man, Asha, Toby, let's meet with the townsfolk. Have feeling all of us together. We're gonna get whatever's out there to get us. Let's go.
For the
Yeah.
record,
Can I-
Asher is at least 40 feet behind Yen at all times.
Okay. Well, you're forgetting that both you and I are the artillery, so both of us are always behind the front lines. But we have no front line today because it's just Toby.
Nope. Toby's not a front line. He's a behind line.
We're all gonna be kiting.
He's not
Okay,
even...
so I want to just shout at the townsfolk. Hey!
You see them sort of like pause, and they sort of like look down and go, "You made it!"
Yes, we were late, but just following your tracks.
All right, good.
Have you found any?
Wait.
I brought some reinforcements. A goblin and a girl.
We climb this rise, then we carry on for about another 500 feet, and then we get into the real mountains, the real rocky bits.
What are you expecting there?
The death bats.
Oh, you have a name for those now. Okay.
Death bats?
Yeah, they were killer bats last time we talked.
Yeah.
Sure. Let's go. Let's climb this cliff.
All
It's
right.
okay.
Oh god, do I have like a spell I can help myself with?
What, like levitate?
Cliff climbing spell.
No.
Come on, Ashley,
oh,
you
this
can
is
do
gonna.
it.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Maybe.
It is. We're untouchable. Let's just climb this.
Does my bardic inspiration like help with climbing?
Does it help with ability checks? It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yes, Toby, please sing a song for us so we can climb and not be bored at the same time.
And Ambly, if you would, what does your climbing song sound like?
Oh, dearie. Don't put this pressure on me. We're gonna climb a mountain. We gotta do it great. Hooray! I'm gonna write a song till next week, and then we can try again.
Oh, that's perfect.
I am not prepared to make songs on the get-go.
No. I wouldn't
what?
have it any other way.
You know what, Ambly? I don't know if this is real, but there should be a website somewhere with songs for bards.
I have looked it up on YouTube at least, and there aren't any good that I can actually use. I've looked it
Then
up
we
a bit.
should-
I can dig
then
a
we
little
should-
deeper.
If only we were going into a mine. You could sing "Dig a Little Deeper."
Yeah. Or I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole.
Whoa, that's an old internet poll. Wow.
It's still a great song.
That is actually, this is the thing, it's a meme, but it's also actually a really good song.
I didn't even know it was a meme. I just like the song. I am not on the internet, guys. Stop it.
Okay, so let's see how we all do at climbing then. Are you guys going to make any preparations for climbing, or are you all just going to have at it and get at the mountain?
I'm gonna...
Wait, are we the first to climb?
No, they're already halfway up, the other villagers.
Well, I guess we could wait for the first one to get up and just throw some ropes at us.
Yeah, that seems like an actually logical, good plan. I like it.
Okay.
We'll wait for some ropes.
Hey, we're up there. Throw down a little bit of rope so we can climb up. Please and thank
How tall
you.
is this? How tall is the cliff face?
It's about 150 feet, so, you know, they probably have rope that long, you know, between them. There's 4 or 5. There's 5 of them, I think, and yeah, they've probably got enough rope to throw it down between them.
Yeah, I guess that would be like the most. That's the plan that makes most sense, since they're already halfway up.
Mhm.
And probably the first one that decided to climb are the best, like the strongest men.
Mhm.
They're probably the first who felt confident enough to make it. So let's just wait and see if they do.
Awesome. You can see they've all roped together. They've all tied each other to each other. They've each got their own lantern, and they've each got their own like pitons and things to make new points for climbing. And looks like they've been climbing for a little while. But they seem quite competent at it as well, as though this isn't their first time climbing a cliffside. What would you like to do while you wait for them to finish climbing?
I want to ask the nearest person. Hey, listen. If we were not to climb this thing, couldn't we just go around it, or how far does it go either way?
We need to get up so we can go up again.
I mean, yeah, but maybe we could just go around it, unless it didn't make sense. It's just I don't know this land.
Unfortunately, the mountains are a vast range of very, very big mountains. You can't just walk around them. They're not like a single peak. They're a spine, as it were.
Well, yeah, I guess what makes more sense is just wait for them to just throw a rope. And can't you fly, Esha?
Nope, I cannot. I'm not that
There's
kind of wizard.
You're not?
Nope.
You have that air that you could fly.
Perhaps one day, if I find the spell, if I have enough gold and enough materials, I could learn how to fly, but unfortunately...
You have to find the spell. Can't you just make it?
No.
Okay. The more find out about magic, the more boring it gets. Okay. I thought it was like a creative thing.
It is. But first, you must know the rules to break the rules. And so you require extensive, in-depth, intricate study of magical materials before you can apply them for your own needs.
Is that why you're reading all the time?
Yes. I'm always learning.
Is that why you're carrying so much books?
Yes.
I might need to bring one of my NPC sorcerers in just to really fuck with Asher Benelna.
Asher may have some things to say about sorcerers and warlocks.
No, when I was younger,
No work ethic.
I knew this. It was a human who could do some magic, but I can tell you, this person didn't even know how to read. He was doing magic all around. How did that work? You tell me.
Some people are born with innate magical abilities, but They do not know how to effectively use them. They just flail their arms and the magic flies out. It's rather crude, unrefined.
You insight.
Why?
Insight. I want to see if she's jealous.
Oh yes.
Oh, that's a 2. No, okay.
No, Asher's just a snob. And because she's worked really hard, she thinks that anybody who hasn't worked really hard just doesn't deserve it.
But can I read that with a 2?
Yeah, Susie,
Yeah.
were you just telling the truth there?
Yeah.
Because I might have thought that Toby might have misinterpreted that on a 2 to think that you were jealous.
Yeah.
All right, yeah. And Toby
that's-
might be like, yeah, she's jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Asha,
If that's cool with you guys, obviously.
Yeah.
Mhm.
you sound a little bit jealous. Just a tiny bit.
And it makes sense.
I'm going to say this with all the charity in the world. You're on my very, very, very last nerve.
Mm-hmm. Smile and nod.
Toby's just like, yep.
Okay.
I know, it seems to me that if I found a lad who could shoot an arrow as good as I did, with no training, I would be jealous.
I'm not jealous.
You sure?
Absolutely.
Like a bowstring, Asher's nerves right now.
Oh, she's so tightly wound. Anything right now? Ooh.
What about priests and clerics?
Theirs is a different kind of magic. Theirs comes from the gods. Clerics and paladins
But they
do
don't-
work hard for
but
their
they
own
don't
living.
They do?
Yes. Many, many years of study and prayer and worship, devotion.
Well,
There's
you're probably
effort
right
that
about
goes
that.
into that. It may seem effortless, much as it seems effortless when I cast a bit of magic, but that comes with years of practice.
Well, I would say that if I had to study prayer, I would rather be studying the books.
Are you
I
a
don't read very
non-believer then?
Sorry?
Are you a non-believer?
You mean about religion?
Mm.
No, I do believe in the gods. Who wouldn't? But I thought clerics just did the magic, and that was all there was to it. I didn't know they had to study.
Mm.
I mean, I know a few prayers. I never studied them. I just know them.
Which is why when you pray, even magic doesn't happen. You just recite
I
the
don't
word.
think that if I studied some prayers, magic would come out of my fingers. And what comes out of my fingers? Daggers and bolts.
Well, you never know.
They do work their own magic of their own. It's a far simpler magic. I would say I cast arrow.
You could say that. You would be grossly inaccurate, but you could say that, yes.
That's where your
Don't
line
be
is,
gassed.
actually, I'm a pretty good shot.
Yeah. Toby, cast the singing song again. And then we'll cast climbing.
Oh, God.
It's like my inspiration is still working. You know, I am a really charismatic guy.
Does
It was still
anyone have a passive perception above 18?
No.
No,
No, mine is 14.
18. That's ridiculous.
Then please carry on.
Okay, let's carry on. While
wanna-
we...
I want to roll perception.
I'm gonna.
What?
I'm disallowing that.
Fine.
I feel like we are not perceiving something, but still, we have to carry on.
How are the climbers looking by this
Yeah, are they up?
It's funny how you're all suddenly interested. As it happens, let's say that passive perception happened a little while ago. As does anyone who had the highest passive?
Mine is 14.
Same.
Okay, so you two would almost certainly hear rocks suddenly hitting the ground nearby quite loudly.
Uh-oh.
And
You mean falling from the top?
as you look up, you can see that 2 of the climbers are dangling from the rope, whilst the other 3 are desperately trying to keep hold. They're trying to climb up into a horizontal line to try and spread the load.
Uh-oh.
What's
I'm
going
gonna-
on?
First thing Asher does is just goes, mage armor on herself, just in case one of them falls.
Don't fall!
So I cast mage armor.
I'm gonna... What was that? I'm gonna start my little singing again and give them the bardic inspiration to
They don't
overcome...
fall song?
Yeah, the Don't Fall song. Everyone knows that one.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna draw my crossbow.
No, Toby's just gonna start to sing. Fly on the wings of love, reach for the sky.
Hope they don't actually try to do just that, Toby.
Like, as they're swinging, some of them are spreading their arms, maybe. No, they are scrabbling. So now the other 3 climbers, the one climber is trying to stay as grounded as possible. They've like hammered 4 or 5 pitons around them, wrapping the rope around, just trying to stay put. The other 2 are trying to climb above him so that they can like just basically reverse the line, and the other 2 can be pulled into the wall. Let's see how they all get on, shall we?
They have bardic inspiration.
And what is your bardic inspiration again? It's a D6 at this level, isn't it? Or is it a D8 by now?
I think it's a D8. I can double check.
These people really know their climbing thing.
Yeah, it's D8. Talk about cliffhanger.
Yeah, isn't it? It's just. The there's a bit of a disaster going on up there, guys. Let's see. We've got collective rolls of 20, which is good. That'll be the person at the who is originally at the top. So the person at the bottom rolls a dirty 20. They manage to grip onto the side of the mountain. Next, we have a 12. He's sort of dangling in the middle, but he's not causing any problems. He's sort of like managing to get maybe his pick on the mountain a little bit, not quite getting a grasp, but not causing any problems. On a 15, your anchorman just holding on, not making things better or worse. On a 10, the person who is trying to get higher and level out the line slips a little, making things slightly more difficult for the last person who is definitely trying to climb up, who only rolls an 8, and they also slip, looking like things might get bad for these climbers. How do you guys react? It would seem singing is not enough.
I got an idea. Let's make the trampoline thing, and we can use we can use a coat. And if everyone grabs one corner, we can catch them. If they fall, they're probably gonna make it, but if they fall, at least they're not gonna fall to the doom.
Okay, actually sounds like a good idea. Let's grab the fabric from our tents to do that.
Yes. So
Are there any more people down with us? Still, Squaricus?
No.
stop laughing. This is a good idea. Is
Three?
it? It's fine. We ours like with my
So
body
The only
inspiration.
idiots who decided not to climb.
A halfling, a goblin, and a small elf are going to hold a tent taut for 5 humans to land in.
No, what? One at a time.
One at a time.
But they're all roped together.
But can't they? The guy that's I think, isn't it the guy that's furthest down that's dangling, right? He was the one that slipped.
Yeah, he's managed to get a hold again.
So because he's the biggest problem right now. So if we can ask him to jump down into the thing, maybe the other ones can have a better time.
They're all tied together, so if one falls, they all fall.
Yeah, but he needs to untie himself or like cut the rope.
Right.
You know what they do in the mountain climbing movies when it's like, no, it won't hold. I will sacrifice myself, but we will be underneath to catch them, so they don't die. This is probably a great idea, and will probably not fail.
This is like my one D&D character who isn't buff. She has a minus to strength. This is bad.
But do you have anything to like give you more strength? Because I have enhanced ability.
Got a mage hand. I could use a mage hand to help pull it too.
Yeah.
Sure, let's do that.
Sure.
Oh god.
Okay, so like there's no other way how we can do this, I think.
No, I mean, and all we need is this to break the initial impact. So if they hit the canvas, it'll slow them, and that force will go out through the canvas rather than the ground. And
I know that like Scrat clearly got an idea what we should do, because he's just laughing. He's just sitting there in silence, laughing for himself. It's great.
We probably should climb.
I just love player reactions to things. Like a minute ago, Yen was drawing his crossbow. This is, I suppose this is an improvement.
Yeah, I'd love to know what the
I know
is there. Shoot him.
Yeah, I have a great idea. What if we shoot their clothes and like nail them into the wall?
Pin them to the wall. Oh god.
Because I have nothing.
Hey,
I don't even have feather fall.
D20s happen. Okay, so is this the plan? Is this what we're going with?
That's the only. Otherwise, we could watch them fall to their doom. Like.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you make a persuasion roll?
Me.
Yeah, as you shout this plan up the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. 19.
Well, the person who's last down the mountain now with a good grip on the mountain is like, well, I mean, I feel pretty secure now, but...
Okay, if you are secure, then continue to climb up. This is just if you guys fall down, which you clearly are not... Which you guys clearly are not doing right now. Is that correct, Scrat?
Well...
Are they still falling?
The two that were falling, the middle guy is holding on strong. The two above... one looks like they might fall. The other one definitely looks like they might stagger because they've hit the same rough patch that the guys before did. And the ones below, the second one down from the middle guy is still loose. And the last one, who is the one you spoke to, were intending to catch, I guess, has got hold of it. He got a dirty 20. He's holding onto the mountain somehow. He's found a new hold.
Okay.
I mean, we could see how it goes.
Well, I mean, this tent is not gonna hold for 5 guys. Is there a way? Who's about to fall? Who's?
I have a question, Scragus. Can they voluntarily release their harness and let themselves fall, or are they tied around the waist so it's an option?
Well, they're tied together, but each of them has a climbing pick with them. They could cut their ropes.
But let's see, 5 of them are hanging. Can the middle guy release himself without making the 2 guys below him fall? Is this an option?
It'd be difficult, because at the moment his rope below him is taut because the guy below is still hanging. But the last person, his rope is loose because he's managed to get a grip.
Okay, listen, guys. We can probably catch one of you. So maybe At a time, exactly. So maybe if you all cut the rope, all you need is one guy to get up there and pull down a rope for everyone else to climb. And if one of you guys fall, we can catch you. Yay or nay?
I mean, you made an awfully good persuasion, so, like, if you want one of them to drop, they will.
Okay, because I think cut the rope would be better and we stand prepared, because if one of them would fall, it would probably be maybe just one of them if we're lucky. But if they're still attached with the rope, everyone will fall if one falls.
So the guy who's already got a good grip, he looks to the person above him and says, "All right, Bill, I'm cutting my rope, and then
Okay. Don't drop if you don't have to, but just cut the rope.
and then Simon's gonna cut his rope as well, and you're gonna drop. Okay? You're never gonna get a good handhold there."
Okay. And we stand ready, and we have advantage, I think.
So his rope is not tight, so he cuts his. Takes a little moment because it's not taut, and everyone knows cutting a loose rope's harder than cutting a taut rope. So it takes a moment, but he gets it free, and now he is on the mountain alone. He is not tied to anyone.
Okay. So we stand.
Yeah. Simon, who is above him, who has the strong anchor point, is slowly taking a knife from his pocket, which he had on him, rather than using his pick, because his pick is wedged into the mountain, and he doesn't want to take that out. He starts slowly sliding the blade across the taut rope below him, and you can hear Bill starting a prayer.
So is Asha actually by this point? She's just like any and all gods she knows. She's like, I don't know.
Okay. Well, this is going on. Toby's just standing singing for himself, like, "We're not gonna make it." No.
That's not what you want to hear. Toby! Toby, buddy!
Like, I'm singing when I'm nervous. This is also bardic inspiration.
Okay, so as the rope's feeling like it's going to snap, he shifts down a bit, like that last thread that's hanging on. And as that last thread breaks, he just manages to push himself away from the mountain. Actually, does he manage to push himself away from the mountain? Let's see.
Oh, God.
Are you still inspiring him?
Yes, I am definitely inspiring him.
Wonder if it works like that. I hope so. That'd be cool. It does. With a 13, yeah, he just about managed to push himself away from the mountain, but he probably does it a little bit roughly. I'm going to need the four of you first to make a, well, the three of you and the mage hand, I guess, so just the three of you, to make a dexterity check for where if you're holding the tent in the right place.
Okay, dexterity. Whoop.
Oh. Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Do I have to roll too?
Yeah, please. We're going to take the average, but I think even in that one at the moment is going to... Yeah, that's fine. So with the nat 20 and the 19, maybe Yen's a bit like, maybe we should be over here, but Asher is like, no, we need to be here. And as he plummets towards you all, we're going to take the average again. Could you all please make me a strength saving throw?
And
no.
this is the bardic inspiration. Is it like a... Sorry, you roll also a 1d8 and plus it onto the thing, or how does it work? I don't know how bardic
Roll a
inspiration...
d8 and add it on. Strength
Okay.
save.
Man, that's probably the worst the three of us have.
Hey, it was your plan, okay, not mine.
It's nothing we can do.
Oh, no!
You get a d8 to add to that.
Okay.
Do I have a D8?
Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Why
Yeah.
do we all have
Toby-
minus 1 in strength?
Toby inspired you all.
Oh, that's a 5. So that's a... oh, God. Math.
It's all right. I can do the math.
Thank
So we've got 22, 19, and 8. That would be 22, 30, 49 divided by 3, roughly the nearest thing that divides by 3? 51 probably. So yeah, okay. It's above. It's good. All right, you're looking at around a 15, 16. So you all managed to keep hold. We are nerds. Thank you so much for the biddies. Like, they just donated 100 bits because they got impatient. They're like, oh look, someone just donated. I better match. Thank you. You all sort of like take this person in the tent. You all come sort of like flying forward. Toby and Asher, you sort of manage to keep your grip. The mage hand as well also keeps its grip, I guess. Yen, you're pulled in a lot further than everyone else, but you're okay. It's not like you're gonna hurt yourself or anything. And the guy is laying on the floor as the tent has like... The tent sort of like crumples in. And, yeah. He's still just like praying. Except it's now
okay?
now more like thank you rather than please.
I like how everyone had -1.
I'm so weak.
Up above, let's see how people are getting on, shall we? Are you still inspiring them, Toby?
Yeah, Toby's singing along with all the climbing songs he knows.
Right, let's add in those dice then. I just realised I can get Roll20 to do it for me, which is a much better idea. Okay, so your man on his own, he's holding on. He's 12 is not enough to fall, but it's not enough to get very far. He maybe climbs a few feet towards the other bit of rope now, maybe hoping to secure himself. Your anchor man, though, having used one hand to free the rope, he's not much of an anchor anymore. He's starting to dangle a bit. He's got lots of options nearby in ways of pitons and stuff to make sure that he holds on. However, the two above are managing to secure themselves a bit more securely, especially the person at the top who was looking like he was going to fall. From out of nowhere, he's had this magical pick swing and managed to dig deep into the rock.
So we prepare us for the worst, I guess, and take the tent again and like, we're ready.
Well, the two guys at the bottom are looking like they're having a bad time of it. They could maybe you know, you could get more people to drop if you wanted to make it easier. Like the guy at the bottom isn't even attached. He's gonna have to try and attach himself to everyone else for a safe climb.
We now have the help of the guy who just fell, no?
Yeah, he'll help.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he'll help. And he's slightly
Okay, just
better.
drop!
What? No, let him. Let him climb. Maybe he's gonna make it without the rope. Who knows?
Okay, are we letting them climb?
I guess so. It doesn't matter now. Like, there's one less person to worry about.
Between them all, the second guy, he still hasn't managed to get a good hold. In fact, he almost lets go of the rope. He rolled a nat 1, so he's just dangling again. But the other three managed to compensate, and before you know it, they're sort of climbing again. And they get back into the bottom guy manages to tie himself up, and they manage to have a safe climb the rest of the way up.
Okay.
After a while, a rope drops down for you all.
Sweet.
All right, who's going first?
I think you're muted.
Sorry, I said I'll go first.
Cool.
What do I have to do for this? Is it automatic? No.
Let's see. Climbing 150 feet on a rope that's secured. You don't have to do anything.
Okay.
Do you all go at the same time, or do you go one at a time?
One at a time. I will go next.
We're such cowards.
No, we're being safe.
We've been behaving today like the antithesis of an adventuring party. Just letting the NPCs run all the risks,
Yep.
standing behind.
I
Yeah,
would counter that is the most adventuring party thing.
Yen, you're quite light. They manage to hold on to you easily, and you get to the top of the mountain. Asher, you were going next.
Yep.
When you get to the top, Yen, are you going to help them hold on to the rope? They haven't secured it to anything. There's nothing to secure it. They're all just holding on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start holding. It's like a tug of war.
Could you please roll in athletics?
Me?
To help with the tug of war.
Yeah. Where is it? Right here.
Because they all look pretty tired. Your dice roll doesn't help. It doesn't bring it much. The average much higher than a 7. So Asher, could you please make me a strength save as the rope plummets about 5-10 feet?
Oh!
Oh!
Mm.
Like, I don't know, the hand of God comes out of nowhere and you just grip hold of this rock. How do you do this? You tell me. How does this look?
I feel like just fueled by this inner rage that Asher has developed this night. He thinks back to not but an hour ago where she was in a warm room with company, about to have a really good time, and she just like slams her hand into the rock face and just like bam, bam, just powers her way back up.
You know, on that 20, I'll let you climb up. Like, yeah, they're holding the rope again, but you're not trusting them anymore, I guess.
I also love to point out that your advantage or disadvantage would have been a natural 1,
Yeah.
which is a 0, which is amazing. Well done.
And then, would you like to help them all lift the next person? Toby, would you send up the 4th man first?
No. Toby goes first.
Once Asher gets to the top, she will see them all there looking really tired and admonish them all for being idiots for not securing it at something with like a piton, like hammer it in, or a tree or something, or a big rock.
This is a almost flat rock face, like granite.
Oh well.
So you can give them that lecture, but they all sort of look at you like experienced rock climbers and go, well, go on then.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna say, are you gonna let her feel like that?
Yeah, and don't push me.
So Toby, he's gonna climb. He's gonna climb about 2 or 3 meters above the ground, and then he's gonna secure himself. He's gonna tie the rope around him, and then continue to climb.
Okay. You want to die by whiplash instead of hitting the floor. Got it.
Yes.
Okay, so they all try and just help pull you up. Oh, they're really tired. Clearly, they're all really tired. That average is about 9, actually. It's exactly 9.
Ooh, save me.
I'm helping too.
Bring that average up. No, you brought the average down. The average is...
Okay, I'll help.
Please.
I won't help.
Oh
my
boy.
god!
You're about halfway up, Toby, when suddenly the same thing happens to you. Suddenly the rope slips about 10-15 feet. Please make me a strength save.
Let's go. That's a natural 1.
Oh!
I did it opposite!
Oh!
I did it opposite. Do I have bardic inspiration?
You were not singing on your way up. You did not state. Now, Toby,
That's fine.
you are going to plummet. Please tell
Yeah.
me how this looks.
But, like, will it drop the rope entirely? Because I did tie myself.
Yeah, she did that.
You did tie yourself. You did
I
tie
did
yourself.
tie myself,
We'll make
so
another
if-
save in a second, but in this moment, as you start to plummet from the side, what happens?
I don't know. I guess he's climbing like this, and then the rope just goes down when he's not prepared. So you can just see his head falls first, and it followed by his legs, and you can just hear him go. "Ah!" Really feminine scream for a really feminine goblin.
And I shout, Asha, protect Toby with your protection magic.
I'm not that kind of wizard. Oh dear.
So, did the secure work? Because I'm gonna fall and stop.
Okay, So
3 meters above the ground, but I guess it depends if they can hold the rope.
So we need two things to happen here. Asher and Yen, I would like you to make a strength saving throw with the rest of the villagers. If we could all roll above a 10, that'd be great.
Try.
And Toby, I would like you to...
Not me.
Toby, I would like you to make a sleight of hand... No, a rope tying... Yeah, a sleight of hand rope tying thing. You can add your intelligence instead of your dexterity if you wish.
So do I roll dexterity or sleight of hand?
Up to you. What I'm saying is sleight of hand, but if you want to, you can use your intelligence modifier instead of your dexterity modifier.
Okay. As a 21.
Oh, the rope is tight. The knot is... That's not going to come loose. So it looks like it's all on the villagers to see if they can keep hold of you or not.
But to be fair, if I land on the ground, I think at least it would have been a little stop and then drop on the ground. Go on, villagers! I'm just a small halfling. You can do it.
The villagers pull through. The villagers manage to take the average of 2.5 that Asher and Yen gave. And they pull it all the way up to about a 15, 14. They manage to grip hold of you tightly. The rope goes tight, and the knot is good. So I need you to make a con save as the rope goes tight and you do not hit the ground, and you tied it around your middle, right?
Yeah, around my core.
I'm seeing an Amazing Spider-Man 2 moment here, which is a very large possibility.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it, but I think I know what scene you mean. What was it? Constitution?
Constitution save.
21.
You are a hardy goblin. You do not get severe brain damage and whiplash from this fall. Instead, you manage to, I don't know, grip hold. You're going to take rope burn on your hands. That's how you save this, okay? You grab hold of the rope. This is the only way I can possibly think of. You grab hold of the rope and stop 3 feet below the right way up. So, like, you know, there's a lot of pressure on your spine and everything. But you're okay.
I have, like, holes in my gloves, like... Did you let go? It's just... Hello? Do they answer this?
You're heavier now, Toby. You've been gaining some weight.
I'm like 10 kilos!
Ashley sort of leans over the edge and goes, next time I'm with someone, Toby, what happens?
This is not related! You were with someone?
No. Leave Asher alone? Oh, let it go, boys. Let him go.
To be fair, I'm only 3 meters above the ground. Okay. I'm gonna start climbing again. Are you all ready? And I'm gonna sing to give you strength.
Okay, so we are singing to give them strength. Beautiful. So the villagers this time are holding on with the extra bonus. Oh, they've got good rolls this time. They've got good rolls. You guys can't ruin this, especially with your d8s. So we'll say this time.
Can try.
I mean, well, yeah, you can try. I mean,
You can try to ruin it. Let's kill. Hashtag kill Toby.
I think the only thing that can possibly happen now is if Asher rolls a 1, she's going to be dangling off the edge somehow. Very close. Very close, but you're okay.
She slides a bit forward and
Yeah.
I think what happened is Asha is still like mad at Toby, so she's just pretending to hold the rope.
Yeah.
She just like stand like this without holding.
You can get to the top easily, and you know what? The other guy can as well. They all get to the top. From this vantage point, you can see the road very clearly going around this, around the mountain down towards Klatsburg. You can't actually see Klatsburg, but you can see a long way around the coastal road that leads down, and you can see Rodenwee in the distance. Along that road is a train of 5 wagons moving.
Are they black and evil?
Each of them is black. Each of them is covered.
Let's raid them.
Well, they're all the way down on the road. They're not on the mountain.
Just go up this mountain, Toby.
But how long would it take us to get there?
Well, it looks like it would probably take you most of the night's travel. It looks like, if you remember, the clown said that they often stop in Rodenwee for supplies. So you could probably get to Rodenwee by midday tomorrow. However, above you, you hear a howl. And as a howl happens, suddenly all of the villagers are jumping out of their skins like, the beast! The beast! It's up here! They're all drawing swords and stuff. This is from up the mountain. They're clearly an excitable bunch.
And I say, draw your weapons. You have to fight it.
Yeah, and also calm down.
Yes. What? The goblin said. I mean,
Halfling.
The goblin!
I meant halfling. They have the personality of a goblin.
Oh. They accept that. I'm not even going to make you roll. They accept that as though that's, like, perfectly normal. They've heard the way you two were talking to each other. Like, one of them says, should we ask? The other one's like, no, never get between two people like that, son. It's a valuable lesson. When people talk like that to each other, just leave them to it.
Draw your weapons, be ready, but don't move. Yen, Toby, do you want to scout ahead, or are we waiting for this thing to come to us?
Yen
order
got
them.
this. He got this. And I
Yeah,
said,
let's order them to scout.
Yen, we had this discussion earlier with the town guard about excited villagers running off into the woods and getting themselves killed. Now, if we tell them to go scout, they'll go get horrifically butchered by this thing, which is what we don't want to happen. That's why we're here.
And again,
Unless it's just bats. There's still the chance it's just bats.
could you all please make me a wisdom save?
Oh, God.
Who?
Incoming GM information, possibly.
okay.
Who, all of us?
Yeah. Think of this as a common sense check.
Common sense check. I don't have it.
So, Asher, you rolled the highest, so I'm going to give you this little tidbit. Everyone in the village, except for the young boys, were saying that people are going out and getting themselves killed whilst going on wild goose chases. So far, you've been out in the woods. You've heard a wolf out in the woods. True. But you haven't seen a ton of monsters, and what you have seen is 5 people nearly get killed by climbing badly.
Mm-hmm.
Do with this information what you will.
Wait, I have a question. Do I still feel untouchable?
Yeah!
Oh, then fuck that. Let's do it. I'll go first.
Oh, goodbye, Yen.
I'll take point. Everybody stay behind me. I got it covered. It's probably just bats. They can't do anything to me. Can't touch me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go there. I point at the guys, the townsfolk. You guys behind me. Toby behind me. Asha, you wanna be in the back line? Go there. You'll scream if they attack us from the back.
Toby goes behind Asha.
And thus we scout.
All right, let's go then.
Well, this plateau is only about 50 to 60 feet long, and then you have the second climb that they were talking about.
Oh, the more dangerous one.
The more dangerous one.
Oh my god.
400 feet, more stark cliff, this time onto a granite bed below.
All right, I'd seen this. Asher's trying to go home. Everybody go home. I'm not climbing that. You're not climbing that. You nearly died at 150. That's 3 times the height.
Do we have to climb it to get where we're supposed to go?
No, we don't. We want to be on the road following those carriages. These idiots are up here killing themselves, climbing a mountain after animals and monsters that don't exist. We've heard a wolf, yes. But if these mountains were chock full of monsters and beasts and death bats, whatever, we would have seen them by now because A, none of us can shut the hell up. There's light everywhere. We've been making so much noise with this mountain that anything within a 50-mile radius would know exactly where we are and would be bearing down upon us in seconds. Now, strike me down if I am wrong, and I'm very much waiting for it right now. But if there's anything here, make yourself known.
I give you like a stick or something to do the mic drop with.
Stick.
So you're not wrong, Asha, but if you could
Go home.
fly, this wouldn't be a problem. Well, that's some area of magical expertise you might be willing to train. Flying.
I will look into a fly spell, Jen. I will.
I am actually on with Yasha on this one. It doesn't make any sense. She makes very good points, and it seems really pointless.
Unless there's a real monster, which let me see if I can find it. Now that we're up here, I could find the tracks or footsteps of something that's like not a normal wolf.
But shouldn't we fight the real monsters inside ourselves?
One of the villagers like, look, the beast. And if you care to look,
What is that?
you will see a silhouette of a beast against the moon. Would you all like to make perception checks? If
Yeah,
you'd like to
I
look,
would.
you don't
that.
have to.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Okay, on a 22 and the 19, and the natural 20, you'll get everything from this that can be got. Okay, Toby, you're going to get everything. You see the silhouette of a wolf. It's 400 feet away. It's howling. Those are the facts. Okay?
How far?
400 feet away. It's atop this next mountain.
Yeah.
The villagers are like, did you see it? Did you see its sharp teeth? It must have been 10 foot long. It had razors for fur.
Quiet!
Wait.
Listen, boys,
Wait,
Charlie,
is it normal?
Simon, be quiet. Yen, you be also quiet. There's a wolf. It's just a wolf. You can clearly see it's a wolf on top of the mountain.
Do you see its fangs? I think it had human eyes.
Have you ever seen a wolf? Go home.
Would
I know Yang is getting eaten by a wild cheetah. No, look at that little bit.
But I have a question. Was it normal sized, like from what we can judge?
It's normal
was that far?
size.
it's 400 feet away.
Yeah.
You have no frame of
Okay,
reference.
this is just a nothing burger.
Yeah,
It's just a wolf.
it's a wolf against the moon. It's 400 feet away. You have nothing against. It's not like it's standing next to a tree that looks this big or something. It's just a silhouette of a wolf, and they're sitting there with all this information.
Okay, time to go home. Bad news, we have to climb down that cliff again, probably. Probably going down is easier. Unless you guys want to go hunting for wolves, but I wouldn't advise that. It's not even necessary. They probably just kill deer. Just don't come to the forest at night.
Would you all make me a persuasion check?
I can certainly try.
Oh.
You hit the wrong one. You hit perception instead of persuasion.
Oh, that was. Sorry.
Was it perception or persuasion?
Persuasion. Okay.
Oh, I just did.
So, Asha, you're clearly too salty about the whole thing for anyone to listen to you. As much as it's an amazing speech, it's not for the right crowd.
She's got that self-righteous like teacher tone too, which everybody just goes no.
Oh yeah, they're just like, who is this wizard coming out here telling us how to do adventuring? We're adventurers. However, Toby and Yen, you seem more like their people, and you're sort of getting through to them.
One of the boys.
Yeah. Plus, I was gambling with them night before.
Yeah. So, like, one of them tries to put up a feeble argument. He's like, but the beasts, they're going to eat our kids in the night and all that. oh, come on, Bill. Like, we haven't seen a beast for weeks. All we've done is drop people down wells and off of cliffs, and one of them got washed away by the river.
Are they like 14 or 15?
Like,
Well, if you just said some kids are missing, it's probably not a wolf in the mountains. That's the orphanage people taking kids. They're taking kids. That's what we're investigating because there's some kids missing in several cities.
well, look, I see you guys looking over towards Rodenwee. Right? Is that where you're headed?
Yeah. Well, we're supposed to go to Plattsburgh. We're going to Rodenwee first.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to climb down here. This is the quickest way up from Darkstad, but Rodenwee's way off to the east. You can actually follow the mountain range all the way down. You don't need to climb, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Handy.
Thanks for that.
Well, I think we need to head back to the village and reassess our perceptions. And like, Bill is like, but it had saber-tooth fangs. Like,
It's a wolf. They have sharp teeth.
its ears were too pointy.
Your ears are too pointy.
Hey, now let's not talk about pointy ears.
Oh, no offense. No offense. I meant for a wolf. Not for an elf. Elves have got lovely ears. I've got a friend who's an elf.
Oh, do you? Yes. Mm-hmm.
I have an elf friend. I'm not racist.
Yeah. Pretty much. So they're going to start climbing back down the mountain. And they make it all right. They make it down all right. You don't need to. If you stay to stick around, you can see that they're okay.
Wouldn't it be horrible if they all fell down and died?
The dice speak for themselves.
Yeah, I know. It would be so horrible.
They're okay.
Okay.
So yeah, they say that heading over to Roden, where you guys can just follow the mountain down.
We do that.
I'll head that way.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you'd like to do while traveling, or do you want to like fast travel?
Fast travel.
I just want to say something because now Yen's depressed now, sadness. Man, I really wish there had been something to fight up there. I
Yeah,
feel
but
like I could take anything now.
cool. We're probably gonna have some couple of stuff to fight down there, so don't you worry, pal. You get your fight eventually.
What if I don't feel like this tomorrow?
Have another
Yeah,
beer, I
happy.
guess.
The old cautious Yen.
Well, there'll be plenty of opportunities to fight in the future. Perhaps you'll feel better about fighting another day. But right now, I'm not about to kill ourselves on a mountain, going after a wolf. A wolf?
I wonder how many townsfolk actually died just by trying to travel
Too many.
through the mountain.
Seems that perhaps for what that town has in terms of wealth and real estate, it lacks in brains.
Possible rename to Lemmingstadt in the future.
Lemmingstadt. Shall we?
Let's
Let's
fast
go.
travel.
Yeah, you make haste through the mountains, and indeed, it eventually works its way into a path, which looks like it's been trodden at least a few times. There's a couple of shrines and things on the side of the road. Nothing too religious or anything, more just like hunters' favourite spots and that sort of thing. Just small shrines on the side of the road to remember someone dear to them. Soon you can get down onto sort of hilly plains, think Scotland. So hilly plains. But you can see Rodenwee ahead. You can also see Rudberg Castle to the south and Klatsburg further south. However, you can also see from this distance the 4 black carts sitting outside Rodenwy.
Are we just going to walk in, or are we being quiet and stealthy about this? Because they know our faces, they know our names.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to find on the map where we are. It's a big map.
You know what I really wonder? I wonder if Grimm's daughter is actually following us or not.
Oh, she'll turn up.
I want to roll perception to see if I can see her in the shadows.
Perhaps she's with Rosie.
That's a 17.
Was it Rosie, the name of the other dwarf?
Yeah, Rosie. We'll say that Rosie and oh, that's my water. Get off. Rosie and Grimm decided to head straight to Rodenwy. They weren't interested in the hunt, maybe. So we'll just say they went off on foot while it was dark, and now that it's midday, they're probably taking refuge somewhere so that Grimm's skin isn't burning off of her features.
Okay, so we have been up all night?
Yes, you have.
Oh, it's a good time to be alive. I guess we're tired?
You are probably tired. In fact, as we reach midday, why don't you all make me a Constitution save? And those of you who are hardy will not get a level of exhaustion.
Oh!
20.
Yeah, you're all fine. You know, you're seasoned adventurers. You've gone all night before now. You know you need sleep at some point, but you know, you're okay. None of you are flaking out.
Full beans.
So Asher was addressing how you wish to approach.
So what are we doing? Do we have anything we could do to disguise our appearances?
I have a disguise kit! And I take it up and like shake it a little bit.
Would that disguise one person, or could you disguise all of us?
Oh, that's a good question. I have a fake mustache, and I have some makeup, like a black curly wig, fake eyebrows, you know, so you get those really thick ones. So I guess we can sort of like give one each, and we should. It should be enough to disguise us.
I'll just go in with my hood. It's probably a first one for you, Asha, but I've been a wanted man many times in my life. It's just second nature. I just need my hood.
Because no one can recognize you with a hood on. It's like I want the fake mustache, and I put on like a fine little gentleman's mustache.
The height of a child.
Normal, but with a mustache.
No.
I just imagine all three of us rolling into town just looking like us, but with mustaches. They'll never know.
Have you all gone for glasses, fake nose, and a mustache? Is that what you've done?
No, Toby has a fake mustache for now. And I think I just mentioned like a black wig, like a couple of fake eyebrows that you can just put on your ordinary eyebrows.
So, I mean, I've seen fake eyebrows before, Toby. Are you constantly surprised, constantly angry, or
constantly bored?
Or are they sort of like at a jointy angle, so you always look slightly perplexed?
They're like your eyebrows. Yes, like that. Like the skeptic one.
Because everybody's walking around like The Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantly looking
You know what
skeptic.
you could do? Asha, just shave your eyebrows. You're gonna look so strange and different, no one's gonna know it's you.
I would rather die Then shave my eyebrows.
Okay, plan B. Do you have some kind of magic that can hide your eyebrows?
Why are we hiding my eyebrows?
I can hide her.
Time on these.
I can hide her eyebrows, and I put on the skeptical eyebrows, and then we will see no difference.
No, I mean, you're not wrong. But I'll pull out a small pair of like half moon glasses, and I'll take the wig from Toby and hide and like tuck my ears inside them. There we go.
I
I'm
also
a human now, not an elf.
I
It
take
looks like a person is trying to cover his identity.
I take my child disguise again.
Okay.
I'm just gonna become a little boy.
Let me just get my voice right. Now then, is this more human? Oh.
You need to complain about stuff and talk about money and war.
Oh, weather's crap and I've got no money. No, is that
Yeah,
better? Yeah.
yes.
All right.
Nailed it.
Okay.
You can also boast about things you didn't do or your ancestors did. Boast about anything and demand things. That's a human way.
All right. All right.
And now I'm a little boy.
Oh, gee, golly gosh.
Yes, Toby, you're a boy now. Ask for toys and respect your elders. That's the child way.
Extra, read all about it.
Shine your shoes for a copper.
I love that movie.
Okay, so why don't we head into the town then? I say town, it's more of a village. Where it's even smaller than Darkstad was. This just looks like there's just a small, like maybe 1 or 2 buildings, a boat sitting in the river, or the lake, or the fjord rather, because it goes out to sea. And you can see all the 4 carts around the outside, and it looks like maybe there's some sort of inn or something going on there.
This is Road in Hue, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I will grab Toby's hand and we'll walk into the inn.
Okay. This is how we first met. Do you remember?
Unfortunately.
I am not going in at the same time. I'm probably gonna wait 5 minutes. So like we're not together. And then go in and sit at the different table. Probably at the bar.
Right.
Okay. So, as you walk into this inn, there are 3 tables, which look a lot like normal dining room tables. There is a man at the back of the room standing next to a drinks cabinet. There's wooden beams across the top of the ceiling, which look like old oak. This looks like an old building, and that aesthetic feeds down into the walls. However, the furnishings are cheap. Perhaps imitation mahogany? Is that just like some cheap wood that someone's painted? Could be. And literally, this drinks cabinet is just a drinks cabinet. It's not a bar by any stretch of the imagination. There's a couple of bottles on top, a shelf that folds out with glasses, which is always folded out, it seems, and a mirror at the back. As you come in, the bloke waves and says, "Oh, more travellers! Welcome!"
Hello.
Everyone turns to look towards you in this establishment.
Hello, everyone.
Could you now please make your disguise check?
Oh no!
Wait, I have a question. Everybody looks at them like friends, or is it like those times where the DJ just scratches the music and
Well,
it's like very awkward silence?
I guess we will find out. We are Nerdsmith is desperate for a dance party, but no, we are keeping a certain decorum. However, for that £5 donation, we will grant a Wild Magic Surge, which will happen to either Asher or Toby, whoever gets the worst disguise roll.
Okay. Is it performance or is it? What do I roll?
I think
Performance
it
sounds
works
good.
like a tool. It's a tool for disguise check. For the disguise kit.
shoot. I say I'm not proficient with it or anything, so it's just.
Do I roll it?
I think it works like a dex save.
Oh,
you have it.
Her ears are just like popping out, and the eyebrows falling down.
Yeah, you know what? You catch a splinter on the way through the door. The wig just pulls off. And then could you please roll me a 1d562 as well?
150.
Just to add injury to insult. Okay, I'm going to keep hold of that. I feel like it will happen very soon.
Oh no.
Toby is just like, ah, you're not my mom, and runs out.
She's just gonna pull the hood up on her cloak and just sit in the corner like this.
Everyone looks towards you. And you see recognition in a few eyes. And a few of the eyes can only be seen as eyes, as they are deeply cloaked, masked, etc. But
shit.
the person is welcoming no less. And he's like, oh, sorry, miss, you've lost your toupee. Takes it off the wall and passes it to you. You see Toby run off saying that you're not his mum.
Excuse me. You have very, very strong alcohol.
Well, I've got wine.
I'll have a gallon.
I'll get you a bottle.
Thank you.
He goes back to the thing. Most of the people in hoods turn away again, but one of them keeps looking. Just like
Can I
red. Go on.
Can I make out any sort of features or anything?
There's a red tincture to his eyes. He's masked, hooded, or they are even.
Mm-hmm.
They don't. Their robes encapsulate them in such a way that you cannot quite make out any real features about them. But they're looking at you,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like they don't care that they've seen.
No. All right, I'll stand up and just walk over and sit opposite them.
Okay, they're at a table with a couple of others. Would you like to join the group of hooded
Yeah.
figures?
I'll
Okay.
just plunk straight down. Hello.
You're very brave to show yourself here.
Or stupid.
Or stupid. Bartender comes over. Bottle of wine for you. Can I get anything for anyone else? More ale? More, what was it you were eating again? Fish? What did you call them again? Anchovies.
Oh my god, this pesses the devil.
They all just sit and stare at you.
I just take the bottle of wine and don't even bother with the glass. As you can see, I've had a terrible day. So tell me, what brings you to this town today?
We're hunting for someone.
Oh?
On the road between Klatzberg and Schwarzenbrunn.
I see. And who would that be?
A goblin who's either masquerading as a child or a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
An actual halfling.
Mm-hmm.
And you.
Well, congratulations, you found me.
Our instructions are to kill you.
I understand. I've met one of your comrades, shall we say?
Yes, that's why there's considerably more of us.
Mm. Shall we take this outside? I hate to disturb this gentleman's premises. Or shall we enjoy our drink and anchovies first?
Enjoy your drink, it'll be your last.
I'm sorry. Do you still have your skeptical eyebrow?
Yeah, that's the only thing that remained.
Good.
I gotta say that Asha's got some balls by going and have that conversation right there.
Oh, yeah. Yen, you can walk into the bar at any time you like.
I
Oh
think
yes, this is the moment when I walk in.
I think before like Toby's just like, you're not my mom, and runs away. Go back to Yen and like, you should probably go in there. Like, there's a couple of hidden figures, and Asha was definitely discovered.
You have a drink, Toby?
I did not have a drink.
Why not? This is what we came here for. Let's go in. Don't stay close. We don't know each other.
I am not going back in there. I'm gonna hide in this bush and count to like 65 times, and then I'm gonna maybe look for Asha if she's not coming out yet. Maybe.
I have a question, Toby. Do you have a whistle, a flute, or something?
I have a trumpet and a bagpipe. Yes.
Okay, forget that. If you hear sounds of battle, then you come in and help us.
Got it.
And I step in.
Again, the whole room turns towards you. Could you please make your performance check? Or whatever it is.
But I'm not disguised or something. I'm just covering my face.
Oh, okay. Stealth then? Are you trying to just remain hidden?
Yeah, but I guess stealth makes more sense. Well, not hidden, just them not seeing my face. They will see me come.
Identity hidden, I guess. Like, whatever makes the most sense to you. I want a check of some form. Yeah. So you can make your way in and, you know.
But they know I'm a halfling. That's something they do.
Yeah, that's about the only thing you can't hide. And again, the barkeep or the drinks cabinet keep is like, welcome. Never had so many customers in one day. Look, I don't have any tables, but come and stand by me. We'll have a lovely conversation about fish.
Fish?
Yes.
You have ale for that?
Ale. Cider.
This guy does not have any friends.
I can get you a nice cider.
I'll have that.
Hey.
Let's taste that cider.
And he goes to a bottle at the back of the room and just pours you out some cider. Like, it's just from a bottle.
Give me the bottle. I'm gonna need that.
Oh, yeah, certainly. We'll pick up your tab at the end.
Sure. You know what? I'll pay up front.
Oh.
And hand him whatever it is worth. I don't know, a silver or gold or whatever.
Yeah, silver's plenty.
Is there a bar I can sit?
No, he just has a drinks cabinet. Like, that's all he's got. It's just like a cabinet with some bottles on top and some glasses in. And maybe in the bottom there might be some more expensive bottles, but he keeps it closed. That or maybe cleaning products. Who knows? This is hardly a bar.
I'm gonna down my glass, leave the glass elsewhere, and just lean against the wall with the bottle. I'm just gonna drink straight from the bottle and see what's going on. I guess I see Asha speaking with someone. How does it look?
It looks bad. Asha, why don't you describe the look on your face as you're communicating with these people? Apart from the perplexity.
Apart from the eyebrows. She has, like, steely determination undercut by a level of, oh, shit. But also a level of, I'm too pissed off to even be thinking about this properly, and I've just gone, sod it. I've gone big balls without thinking about the consequences.
Okay, is there a way for me to determine, even if it's not like a good guess, how many people are with this guy present?
Well, there's probably... Yeah, I think there's 8 people in total in this room in dark cloaks.
Similar cloaks like the one this guy's wearing? Like the same?
Not quite the same, but hiding their features.
They look scruffy enough. Oh, man.
Before
I'm at
anything too exciting happens, I also want to do something before everything goes down. So just let me know.
Okay, why don't we go to you next, Toby, before I go back to the conversation with Asher and the people?
Oh, okay. So I guess they came here with carts.
Yeah,
Yes
they've
or
got
no?
carts. Yeah, there's carts all around.
Yeah. I want to go and sabotage them.
Okay, how are you going to sabotage them?
I'm gonna like those little bolts on the wheels, or like anything that keeps the wheels intact. I want to just remove like the one nail
Okay.
um or like I guess they have horses, right?
They do have horses. As you
I'm
get
just
close to the cart, though, you hear a child giggle inside one of them.
Oh God.
cool beans.
It's
I'm
the
gonna
children.
yeah. I'm gonna release the horses stealthily. I'm ready. Is it sleight of hand or stealth?
Or animal handling.
So I guess by releasing the horses stealthily, do you mean just like unhitching them and everything, but leaving them where they are, so it looks like they're still attached, but they're not?
I'm gonna start with that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm just gonna like.
Because I mean, there's no way to set horses free stealthily. Like if you start a stampede of like 8 horses.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna remove the thing that attached the horse, with the van, caravan, and I'm gonna take the belts or whatever keeps it together, and like hide them somewhere where no one would ever find them. I don't know, in a lake or like underneath a random rock or bush or anything like.
Okay, yeah, sure. So let's. I like your plan. What would you like to roll to see how effective you are?
I think stealth.
Okay.
And see how stealthily I
So
can.
mostly trying to not be detected more than anything else. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. 22.
Yeah, easy. Okay, so yeah, you get this done. But yeah, like I say, you hear a giggle from one of the carts.
Yeah.
Pan back across to Asher and the creeps, I guess.
Mhm.
Takes an anchovy. What were you trying to achieve out here?
We're going to stop you.
All right. Stop us what? Giving kids good lives.
See, I don't believe that for a second. And I've seen what you lot really are.
Oh. And what are we really?
Not what you pretend to be. I've seen your nurse. I've seen her true form. I saw your spined devil, whatever he was, coach driver.
Must realise you're quite out of your depth.
Yes, quite. But it's nothing we can't handle.
No, I mean, we're intending to stop us. To me, that sounds like you want to challenge the master. Sorry, but some carnival wizard isn't going to be able to stand up to the master.
Ah, you see, that's why you're out of your depth. You underestimate me. But let's not end on sour terms, shall we? And I'll raise my bottle. To new friends, to last drinks, to the battle that is to come.
To Igvilf.
Ding. Chug.
Let's be at it then.
Let's go. I'll just casually stand up and walk out. inwardly, it's like she's really cool on the outside. Inwardly, she's like, shh, 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 shh. All right. Yen, what are you doing? Help!
Yen, you see Asher share a drink with these people and then begin to leave the establishment.
I get out too.
And not in the fun, sexy way like last time. This is the bad way.
Oh, she's probably just gonna have a fun time.
Now, Toby, you were given distinct instructions that when you saw Asher going off with someone, you should leave her alone, right?
No, do you stop this right now? You stop
You
this.
did. You did. But
I'm just saying, okay? So...
you know Toby, right? He's the cock blocker. And he's definitely gonna block these cocks.
And I think that might be our raid war cry. Okay. So, what's the plan? Do you have a plan? Are you going to go through with this? As all of them stand to follow you out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the 8 of them, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I still have mage
Okay.
armor up, which is good.
Do I still
that
feel
was like
untouchable?
half a day ago. If you want to cast it on your way out, I'll let you.
Yeah. She'd just be like,
And
Okay,
Sorry, Yen, you said something?
Do I still feel untouchable?
Yeah, you do at the minute.
Fuck that, yeah, we're gonna fight these people. So I see Asha coming out, and she's got this face of zero fucks. Doesn't give a shit. She's more like in my alley now. And I can see that Asha is very confident. And I am very confident. So we just go outside, face the guys. I see that Toby's probably there around. And I say, so how do you want to do this? Because it's either us or you coming out alive tonight. And I wouldn't risk it if I were you.
Well, the thing is, we sort of have to. We don't really have a choice.
What do you mean you don't have a choice? Everybody's got a choice. You can choose to do whatever you want, man. Today, tonight. You want to walk out down that alley? You can do that. Or are you gonna tell me you're scared of the people you call bosses? Fuck that.
You'll see. You survive this fight. You'll see. If you survive this fight, I hope you beat them.
Well, there's more chances for us to beat them if you join us.
This is going to be a high DC, but make me a persuasion check.
oh, go Yen.
natural 20, come on.
Come on.
Come
Power of
on.
the cat.
Natural 20, I believe in you.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, let's try that.
Nope.
Never gonna
Dang it.
take my word for it. But I still said it.
Your sentiment is...
Planted the seed.
Your sentiment is, you know, appreciated, but I think these are the words of a coward. You're just trying to avoid a fight.
Would a coward do that? And I pull out my crossbow and point it at his face. A coward wouldn't do that.
He sort of like leans into it and says, so far you're all talk.
Shoot him. Shoot her.
I pull the trigger.
Let's have some initiative rolls.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Oh, go Toby.
I'll just wait for everybody else to have their turn. I'll be in the back. Don't worry.
So, Toby, whilst they're facing off like this, and Asher's egging Yen on and stuff, you can act first, should you wish. The 8 of them are sort of in a group. You're still in the village, pretty much.
Yeah. And it's gonna get a lot more, like, I'm gonna bring the party to them. I'm gonna enter, like, open the doors to all of the carts. And looking as a little boy, I'm just gonna go in and shout to the kids in the cart, like, oh, what should I go in? There's a big scary monster coming towards this cart. We need to run.
Oh, don't worry, little boy.
Oh no!
Get in with us. It's not the same person, but it's similar.
I have a climb.
Okay, can I have a bonus turn?
It depends.
What?
What do you want to do?
I want to pull off my everything, and I'm gonna show them my goblin face and do like a. Can I do that?
Not this round. Next round. For this round, the guy's reaching towards you to try and get you in the cart with the other children.
Okay.
So we'll go to Yen next. Yen, you crossbow at his head, and he says, "So far, you're all talk."
Yeah. Can I sneak attack? I don't think so. Do I have advantage?
No, I don't think you do. Asher, how close are you? Are you staying back or are you staying close?
If it's when we've just walked out, I would be close.
Asher's probably in 5 feet then, so you could get it. But it all depends on if you hit. I mean, it should be easy, right? It's just there.
Okay, just 1 second. Disengage, hide. Okay, if I can do sneak attack, I will do that against this person. So can I?
Well, yeah, mechanically you can, so why not? He's not expecting you to pull the trigger, I guess. If it hits, yeah. Oh,
it does.
Boy, does it. So you know enough to pull the crossbow just back a little bit so the pressure of his head can't keep it in the chamber. And loose into this guy's head. Do you know what? Realistically, it shouldn't be enough damage to kill him, but narratively, it does. It goes straight through his forehead, and this guy just drops.
And I do the, are you entertained? Who's next?
Well, next is Asher.
Okay. I'm just gonna look up and look at the rest of them. Your friend here underestimated us. Are you sure you want to do the same?
Look.
And then I will begin to cast slow on 6 of them. They all need to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
What happens if it works? They can only move but not move and attack, right?
Yeah, can't use reactions. Its AC is -2. Disadvantage on dex saving throws. It can either take an action or a bonus action.
What's your DC?
15.
So you've got like 5 of them with this. Okay, I need to make note of which ones. No. And what was that again? -2 to their AC.
-2 to AC, disadvantage on dex saving throws, can't use reactions. On its turn, it can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn.
Impressive.
Mm. And then there's a whole thing about spells, but we'll do that when we get to spells.
Well, feeling slowed as they are all in a group quite close to you, though. So, they're gonna start attacking the pair of you. First of all, there's one that is slowed. It just takes its glaive and attacks Yen, who just felled its ringleader, essentially. Does a 17 hit you?
It does.
Please take 7 slashing damage.
Ouch.
Next is one who is not slowed, and seeing the magic which Asher is wielding about, he dives on you with a multi-attack. First of all, its beard tries to brush your face. Does a 21 hit you?
Yep.
Can you please make me a DC 12 Constitution saving throw?
I sure can. Oh, is that to about my concentration for slow?
Sorry?
Is that for the concentration for slow?
No, you can do this one for the concentration for slow.
Okay, I have advantage on it because I am a warcaster. Oh, fuck me.
13, is that... what are you trying to beat? Is it your own spell DC? I can't remember.
No, it's like any damage I take, half that, or like 10, I think. I have to get above that.
Well, let's see what damage
You have advantage. The DC to lose the concentration is 10 or half the damage, I believe.
Yeah, so 10 it is, and you pass. However, you are now poisoned, and are under the poisoned condition.
Nice.
His second attack, he swings his glaive at you.
Yep.
Does a 23 hit you? Please take 12 slashing damage.
I have 8 HP left.
Number 3 moves in towards Yen. Does a 22 hit you?
Wait. After the turn of the other guy that hits me ends, I do this ability, which is my my reaction. It lets me move 15 feet back, so maybe that's enough for this second guy not be able to hit me. But I don't think it was initially.
Does the slow spell affect actual speed? It seems obvious that it would, but it's always good to check these things.
It says it halves the speed.
Half speed.
Getting 15 feet away is actually just far enough so that it can't reach you. In fact, none of them can now. So since you would have done that before this person's turn, he's probably going to attack Asher instead. In that case, I'll re-roll the roll because it'd be unfair to use someone else's roll on you, Asher. But does this hit you? A 19.
Yep.
Wow.
Asher drops.
Yep, I'm out.
The rest of them just start walking towards you, Yen. Toby!
I'm muted. Hello.
You can hear the commotion going on from the center, and this clown man's trying to grab you. You can remove all your clothes and try and scare the kids if you want, or you can go and help your friends.
I wanna. Okay, you know what? Don't. No, I wanna heal my friends. I'm gonna ignore the clown that's trying to grab me. Stranger danger, and I wanna cast. 2 seconds, sorry. Cure wounds.
Okay.
On Asha.
Okay.
Okay, so I need to touch her. Can I stealth towards her, or is it like there's no way you can stealth that?
Middle of a battle. I'll tell you what. If you can beat a DC 22, you can have it.
22. Okay, sure thing. Easy peasy.
Middle of a battle. It's got to be some sort of legendary sneaking you do.
That's absolutely fair. If they see me, I'm just gonna dash and touch Asha with healing wounds. 15. Yeah. 22 on my advantage.
Yeah.
Unlucky. I'm just gonna dash towards her and Cure wounds on level 2.
Okay, so Asher, you are up with 8 HP.
Thank you.
Yen, it is your turn. As these devils have essentially seen Toby behind you. There are 7 of them standing. 3 of them look back to see what's going on, but the other 4 are still heading towards you.
And are all of them the same as far as I can see?
Essentially,
The same type of.
yeah, about the
So
same.
They're not men, like not.
Yeah, no, they're
bounty
not.
hunters.
They're not men. Their faces are covered because they are not of this earth.
And does Yen know, or can he infer that these demons are like the ones we fought before in the forest?
They seem to be a little bit different, maybe a little weaker, more like a mob than an assassin. But maybe they're just trying different tactics on you.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roleplay my life out of this, and since I still feel untouchable, I drop the crossbow, pull out my dagger, and charge.
Okay, please do. Make me an attack.
You cannot touch me! This is your last day on this planet. I'm pretty sure I don't have... Well, if they are slowed, do we have advantage?
The slow
against
spell
them?
would have dropped as soon as Asher dropped.
Oh, yes. Yeah, forget that.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
important to note as
so
well,
it's
the attack that hit you earlier, even though it did damage, you didn't feel any physical pain.
Yeah, okay.
Probably
I'm
one of the
immune to
most
damage.
dangerous wild magic surges.
Yeah, well, as long as you're willing to play it, and I am. I'm immune to it.
Uh-huh.
I attack.
Unfortunately, you don't have advantage, otherwise that would be enough, but you do not. 9, the dagger attack does not. Do you have any extra attacks or anything else you can do with your turn?
No, not an extra attack, but I can still do my what's the name? Cunning action.
Oh,
to
yeah.
Then disengage back 30 feet.
Yes, indeed you can. Asher! It's like you hit the ground, then you get back up again.
It's almost like they're never gonna keep me down.
Was it you who did this last time?
I don't know, it could have been.
I remember
Sounds like
us making the same song reference last time, because people kept coming up and down. Anyway,
It sounds like something I do.
Asher.
Okay. I'm gonna jump up. I'm gonna cast Blur on myself, which means they have disadvantage to hit me. And then I'm going to move away. My full movement.
I love it when a party works together so nicely. Okay, so that leaves their turn. You leave Toby standing at the front with these creatures moving towards them. The 3 of them move towards you as planned, Toby. They are no longer slowed, so they can make their full attacks. Does an 11 hit you?
You're muted, Emily.
14 on my armor class. So.
Okay. So the first one is useless. It just stumbles around you. The second one catches you with its beard. Can you please take 8 piercing damage and make me a DC 12 Constitution saving throw?
That's for who? For me?
No, that's for...
Oh, that's a 7.
You are poisoned.
Good times.
I think poisoned is just you have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Then it swings its glaive at you. 20 hits you. That does another 6 slashing damage. How are you looking?
I'm still up. I'm
Cool.
still going. Probably not for long though.
Third one makes a beard attack on you, fails, but its glaive swings around and hits you for 8 slashing damage.
Stop that. Sure. I need to do the math, which I'm never good at.
You've
Can I-
taken a total of 22 damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why is Toby hanging out at the back? Toby needs to be up front, it seems like, taking this damage. So the rest of them, the other 4, are going to attack Yen. I'll roll them pretty much all at once. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do any of those beat your armor class?
I have 16, so I believe all of them do. What's the first one?
First one's a 14. We'll make a match as well. A match doesn't count. It's got to be greater than, or it's not beating it.
Okay, then 2 of them hit me.
Cool. Can you please also make me a Constitution saving throw?
1 or 2?
Just 1. Yeah, you're not poisoned. You're fine. Yeah, this poison doesn't have an effect on you. How are you looking?
Okay.
Still up?
Wait, I'm going to use Uncanny Dodge on the second attack. Halves the damage. I only take 14.
Okay, yep.
So 10 becomes 5 plus 9, 14. And I have 23, so I have 9 HP. Pretty roughed up.
Yeah.
However, as they draw Yen's blood, Yen, like, I just take blood in my hand and I show it to them. This doesn't hurt. You cannot take on me. I'm gonna rip your hearts out tonight.
Do you know what? To hell with it. Make me an intimidation roll.
All right. I have a 0 on that.
On a 14, they don't exactly run, but they do hesitate, and it stops them from making their glaive attacks on you. Now, we would normally go back to the top of the round, but I would just like to point out to all of you, as players, that you may well die here. So if we're all okay with that, carry on.
Good times.
But just maybe think in your character's thing that there's a lot of, quite a few people IRL have this thing called self-preservation. Even the most foolhardy realize when they are very close to death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a bunch of loose horses around here.
Yeah, Toby was actually thinking that during his mistakes of taking damage of a lot of bad dudes. So Toby is gonna take a disengage. And he's gonna run towards one of the horses. And while doing that, he's just gonna like, Asha, take the horse. Yen, we're off.
So, yep.
Yeah, he's legging it. He's off.
So, Yen, you hear this? You are surrounded by wraiths as Toby is running away, calling for you to take a horse. It's up to you, though.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Because I know that I am under a magical, unexplainable effect that makes me feel invincible. Would I still feel a sense of self-preservation? Because if I don't, I'm dying here, and I have no problem with that. You tell me.
The exact wild magic surge is target can't feel any physical pain. So I would say that even if you do feel invincible, you can assess your body and see that your wounds are quite critical. So I leave it entirely in your hands. And if you want to make a dice roll or something to decide, that's entirely up to you.
Yes, let's make it random. Okay, I'm gonna roll a d10. 1 to 5. I assess my wounds and decide to fight another day. 6 to 10. This is how I die.
Okay.
This is how I die.
Okay, so Yen, please describe your action. And who knows, the dice might be kind. Stranger things have happened.
Strange things have happened. I pull out a second dagger, one in each hand. I see my friends running, spit catwards, and charge ahead.
Make me some attacks.
Okay.
That's a solid hit. Yep.
And yeah, fuck that. I'm 2-weapon fighting. I can't remember how it works. I think it takes my bonus action. Is that how it works?
Think so.
What, the second attack? Yeah, it's just bonus action. You just don't get to add
Okay.
your dexterity to the damage. That's all.
Hits.
Yeah,
Okay, I think.
they both hit, so you can deal both damage.
So that's the first one. And then the second one, but you have to subtract a 4 from that. So that's 2.
So you do a total of 10 damage. Okay, so this creature, you wound it clearly, but it doesn't look bloodied.
Can it be like I jumped on it?
Yeah.
Like I'm on his shoulders, stabbing.
Yeah, of course. Anything you want to do narratively, you go crazy with. Because this may be how we play Yen out. Asher.
Yeah, so Yen runs and jumps on the closest demon, and I just grab him. Well, I'll probably just stab him in the shoulder, and then grab his neck and start to stab again. Or probably not all of those stabs hit true. That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
My intent is to kill it and then jump to the next one.
It's sort of got like this natural armor on it, I guess. So like sometimes you might hit a scale, but sometimes you seem to find the soft bits, and at least 2 of your attacks have hit the soft bits.
Yeah.
All right. Asha will then shout, "Yen! We're running! Come on!" And then I will throw a firebolt at the guy that Yen is currently climbed on top of.
Okay.
Come back and fight, you cowards!
That's enough to hit.
Oh. 5 fire damage. And then I'm gonna sprint towards the horses and jump atop one if I can.
As the fire hits this creature, you see that almost next to nothing happens. In fact, the fire does no damage to it. It seems to glow for a second as though it absorbs it.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Now that just fuels Ash's big brave runaway. And I'm on top of horse and ready to go, or kick it to go.
So, here we go. I feel like we should play something for this. It begins to rain. Of course it does. Always begins to rain for these sorts of things as the creatures begin to move in to attack Yen. From horseback, Asher and Toby, you can look back on this morbid scene and the sort of... it's not the brightest day as it often is in the fjord. The sun hasn't quite broken through the mist, so there's a dim cadence around the village. The creatures move in, and you can see them... Now all 7 of them attacking.
All attacking me?
Oh yeah, they've all, like, you're the only one not running. And a party weaker is weaker. First with their beards, they poison Yen until his body goes stiff. And then they begin to stab at him. Taking him from the one that he was on top of, throwing him to the ground into the dirt. One of them sort of falls over in the mud. But the rest just are ripping into him with glaives and all sorts. Quite a few of them can't hit Yen on the floor, actually, but most of them, for the most part, can. Until, I guess by now, your HP is reduced to 0. And they'll continue to stab his lifeless form. When they are happy that he's no longer moving, the 7 look up at you on horseback. And they just stare.
Run, you fools!
Yeah, I kick the horse, send it off sprinting. I'll slap a couple of horses with asses as we go by to just send them going so the carriages can't follow. And I'll just be like, there'll be like a single tear for Yen in the rain.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of dramatic tears as well, but it's like, it's definitely raining. It's not tears. It's definitely
Terrible
rain.
day for rain.
Yeah, and Toby doesn't turn back.
Nope.
It's a short ride to Plattsburgh. You can see it in the distance, and I guess that would be the most sensible place to get away from these creatures. You might be able to find some sort of hiding amongst the population. We'll pick up next week in Plattsburgh. And I think next week Derek is immune to doing the recap.
I think so, yeah. I think he's earned it.
Thank you all, guys. How are you feeling after that? Are we all okay?
Yeah.
Good.
It's crazy.
Rip in peace, Yen. You were too good for this world.
Yeah, really, Rip Yen. After, like, Asher came and gave it all the Billy Big Bollocks and started a fight, and then just 100% left you to die.
No, he left himself to die. He had the
You made that
opportunity.
decision.
Yeah. We have no blood on our hands. Right?
Yep. Conscience is so clear.
Well, it was not a conscious decision because he was under an arcane altered effect or something. But yeah.
Why don't we go around? Derek will come to you last, actually. We can see what your ideas are for a new character next week. Susie, we'll start with you.
Hello! Hi, I'm Susie, also otherwise known as Susanna Grace. Today was surprisingly emotional. I don't know, I think favorite moments for today was perhaps Yen's last stand. We won't forget.
Never forget.
Never forget. Pouring out for Brother Yen. But yeah, so you can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Susanna Grace, and that's Susanna with one N. I'm an artist, variety streamer, I do D&D. Every Monday we have a recurring game where I play Dwarven Barbarian called Kurion. Every other Wednesday I DM a Curse of Strahd campaign called Fight Club. And on Thursdays I DM the viewer game on Encounter Roleplay called The Order, which started out as like this gothic horror, fun, campy romp, and now it's just like bargain bin knockoffs of horror movies. So if that sounds like your jam, tune in, and also you can sign up to play with me, so do that. Otherwise, just follow me on Twitter because I post all my links there. So, see you there.
Fantastic. And next around we have Ambly.
Hello, I'm Emily. My favorite part was probably both Asha's and Yen's. They had like emotional speeches, and I like them both. Like, it would have turned out really differently if you rolled good on the persuasion to get the bad guys on our side. But it turned out this way. There's not a right or wrong. Yeah.
Or the intimidation against the demons. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a right or wrong way. It's just one way. So it's interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to see how we continue the story now. Right, you can find me on ArtStation as Ambly, and on Twitter. You can find me here on Fridays, same time, same channel. You'll get the links soon when I find them.
No. Thank you, Ambly. And last but most certainly not least, our figure of pathos and hero for the day, I guess, Derek.
Hey there, Derek here. I do fantasy cartography for RPG games. You can find my stuff at www.elventower.com or at Patreon at patreon.com/elventower. And well, I don't know what I'm doing next week. We're probably gonna do something more tanky because that's what we're lacking. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Fantastic. Yeah. Well, it's always, it's always a big moment, I guess, when someone dies. And I think this was one of the better ones. Being prepared for it with all the right music and stuff helps. My favourite moment has got to be Asher losing her wig and sitting down with 8 bearded devils to tell them how much she was going to fuck them up.
Yes.
That was pretty beautiful.
Zero fucks.
Yeah, literally none. Obviously the death as well was amazing. Yen, you playing through that, Derek playing through that Wild Magic Surge so strongly. It's a credit to your roleplay skills. So thank you.
Sorry.
Welcome.
I'm still also waiting for my magical searches.
Yes, you are.
I'm.
Yes.
I will remind you next week as well.
No, don't worry. I've got them noted down. The thing is, they're the sort of things that are so left field that I'm gonna need a moment or some way to just work them in.
Are you just gonna kill me?
No.
You had to think about it.
That was too long of a beat there.
Yeah! Are you gonna kill me?
There's no shame in glorious death.
There we go. There is no shame in glorious death. I'm Scraticus, and I run the Scraticus Academy. You guys should check it out. You can do it by following me. Here's me. Here. See? Here I am. I also have a Twitter. That's an art station. I also have a Twitter account here, where you guys can send me a DM. If you're looking to get into some online D&D, just send me a DM on Twitter and I'll get you into a game over on our show over there. We've got lots of other stuff going on over there. We've just recently gone full-time. It's really exciting. We're going to be at MCM Comic Con this weekend. In fact, after this, I've got a couple of meetings and I'm going to go and try and get some sleep, which is going to be weird because I'm totally on EST time and it's only like, I've only been awake for 4 hours, so that'd be strange, but never mind. And yeah, I hope to see many of you guys out there. I hope you enjoyed the show today. Greyhawk stuff. Follow the Greyhawk channel if you're not already. Get us closer to that follower goal. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. If you have a Twitch Prime subscription and you haven't subscribed to a Twitch channel yet, then you have a subscription waiting in your pocket for free, where you can just throw money at channels very much like this one. So please consider doing that. That is everything though, you guys. So let's go and see. What's our raid war cry today? I feel like either don't bring 2 daggers to a bow fight or rip yen or something like that is appropriate.
Wait, I said, what did I say? It was about cock blocking.
We're not using the cock blocking one. Veto. Immediate veto.
Okay.
I like don't bring 2 daggers to a bow fight.
Don't bring 2 daggers to a bow fight. Okay.
Never bring 2 daggers to a bullfight.
That's a good one.
There we go. There it is without hype. If you've got Greyhawk hype, add the Greyhawk hype now. I don't actually have Greyhawk hype yet, so that's a bad thing on my part. Does that sort of look right? Yeah, that's what it looks. They are Radicius. Thank you. That's how I'm pronouncing that anyway. I'm going to do a version with Scrat hype as well because I'm Scrat and that's what I'm going to take along. But if you guys would like to bring any other kind of hype you like, please do so. And we are going to go and pay a visit over to Salt and Sassy. I guess quite a few channels aren't live at the minute because of TwitchCon, I guess. But we're going to head over there with Free Huggles and Salt Lord Ross, who are an amazing set of role players. So, yeah. I'll get that cooling down now. Like I say, he says trying to type and talk at the same time, which is never a good idea. Like I say, we are full-time. Mondays to Thursdays over on the Scraticus Academy, we stream 1 PM, 6 PM, and 10 PM EST. We're here every week at 1 PM EST, and later tonight, every other week, we stream some Lady Blackbird. Not this week, we're over on Off the Table. So it's worth checking them out too. Thank you all for coming along on this little ride. Thank you for your donations and bits and everything. It's been a great show. We'll see you next week. Bye!
See you later.